We live in a world filled with several different cultures, 6,500 spoken languages, 195 different countries, 7.53 billion people, 7.53 billion individual mindsets, 7.53 billion distinct bodies, 7.53 personalities. It's true, we are diverse. But we aren't only culturally diverse. We are diverse religiously. We are diverse in the way we think, what we do, the things we enjoy, and it's beautiful. But when we choose to ignore this beauty, we generalize, we corrupt, and in turn we cause them to be overlooked, oppressed, and be seen as inferior. And we give others an unnatural sense of security. When this happens, we get stereotypes.
When I was first researching, the first thing that I searched up was Black culture. And there popped up on the screen a Wikipedia link to Black culture. But when I searched up white culture, there was nothing. That right there kind of reinforced why it was so important to make this sort of documentary. There were a couple specific stereotypes in the 1900s. Among these was Mammy. Mammy was a Black, homely, unattractive woman who was always ready to help her massa. The next one was the uncle, who was a kind of a thwarted image of Uncle Tom. He was a Black man who was, like Mammy, constantly eager to help and to please his master. The coons were a stereotype that kind of just portrayed Black people as dumb, uncivilized, basically in need of someone to own them. And then the next ones were the Pickaninny, which is basically the children version of the coons. They were portrayed as kind of like animal-like. And then the next one was Sambo, and Sambo was lazy, not mindful, unaware, oblivious, just, slow. Basically less than. And the last one was Jezebel. She was the woman who basically tempted her masters, and it was really she was really used to kind of just justify the assault on Black women and Black women slaves, and just kind of that whole thing. They used Jezebel to kind of blame the Black women for what was done to them. And then these caricatures were present in movies, shows, cartoons, even greeting cards and other household items. These were like the mothers of the stereotypes that we see now today. They're still present, just kind of watered down, but a million other stereotypes have generated because of them. People have begun to see Black people as a certain way that is untrue or over-exaggerated. They see us as
ghetto, unprofessional,
being lesser than. So sometimes it's lavish and then sometimes it's downgraded.
Thugs, drugs, rap music, all the bad stuff that you get. Rap music itself isn't bad, but rap culture is like the guns and the violence and the gangs.
In a general perspective, I feel like most people don't understand.
Rambunctious, loud, they think that we're violent, they think that we're just very rude and very ghetto is the term.
What people don't realize or refuse to acknowledge is that we are so diverse within ourselves. First of all, there are Black Americans who are immigrants from the Caribbean, Africa, South America, Europe, and Australia. There are Blacks who live in those places. We are just from all over. And within those continents, there are countries, and within those countries, there are cultures, several different types. This is why it baffles me why it's so easy for people to group us into one. We are from...
Okay, so I'm American. Can't really say much more. My grandparents are Native American, so I am the most true form of American that you can get.
I'm from Nigeria. My mom was born in Ethiopia, but I was born in DC.
Born in Ethiopia and Eritrea.
I'm Nigerian.
Florida. Miami, Florida. My family was born in Haiti.
So my mother's from Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, it's one country. And my father's from Jamaica and Barbados. So
My mom's Hawaiian and black, and my dad's Hispanic. So
I'm from U.S. I'm from Maryland, but my parents are from Jamaica.
when we do this thing where we group together and generalize, we strip away the beauty of culture. We become less human because humans themselves are diverse. They are diverse in culture and in mindset, in the way they live. So when we take this away from black people, you get
Yeah, I think people just assume that when I speak, I'm gonna speak a certain way, and then when I speak differently from what they think, people are always shocked or always like call me out of my culture, basically saying like, oh, you consider not black or black enough.
They expect us to be dumber, and I think like when I was younger, I kind of underestimated my own mind, you know, and then it took me a while to like get out of that thing. And I was like,
Yeah, so I feel like people, like, I guess black culture being one thing, sometimes I didn't relate to some stuff, and people were just kind of like, oh, but you're black, like, I thought this would happen, or I thought that would happen, and like, I mean, we're all different, like, some stuff we're not all gonna be similar to, so I guess it did affect me by like me not relating to what some black people related to and thinking that it wasn't okay, but like now I know that we're just all different human beings and that black culture shouldn't be just one thing and that it's super complex than what people think it is.
affects me in that people assume they know how I'm gonna act and who I'm gonna be just by looking.
And another way of thinking is that we grew up in the same type of house and had the same type of experience, but just like any other group of people, that is not true.
So I kind of moved around a lot because my parents got different jobs, but I'm from Detroit, Michigan. It was predominantly black in my area. So we would always celebrate the 4th of July with cookouts and Memorial Day and other stuff like that.
I lived in Nigeria, so I had pretty much, I was surrounded by black people and I've always grown up around black people. And then like moving here was a little bit different for me because I really never interacted with white people before. And so like, I mean, honestly, it wasn't that much of a change to begin with because like I didn't really notice all the differences at the time.
So growing up it was a little different because they didn't really speak English all the way and I kind of had to help, I still do now, I kind of have to help them with like general things that like American people do since I was born here and like I kind of just got it and they didn't because they came here when they were teenagers. So
I personally feel like I grew up in kind of like a both African and American cultural environment. So I had most of the African parts that I wanted, such as the food and the clothing, but then I was also able to speak English with my parents and excel in certain things that they don't understand.
In terms of how I grew up, it's just a lot of like family togetherness, like a lot of, you know, spending time together as a family, making sure that we have family reunions and stuff, potlucks.
Okay. This is my moment. So I eat fufu, I eat pepper soup, I eat jollof rice, and those are all delicacies. Okay, like those slaps, bruh.
spicy, and with a lot of spices. Oh, that's a simple word. A lot of meat, mostly like all the meat, lamb, chicken, beef, etc. And it's more like, yeah, and a lot of like varieties of vegetables. It's really good. It's all you have to know.
My mom, I'm from here, so my mom kind of cooks a bit of everything. So she'll like try to make like Chinese food or tacos or whatever. But at family gatherings and dinners and stuff, it's stuff like collard greens, mac and cheese. Someone's gonna make fried fish. If they make fried fish, then it's like a party. Like
So I grew up very religious. I'm a Christian.
Yeah, I would say, even though people probably don't say this, but I would say I'm a Christian / Catholic. because I grew up going to Christian church, but my parents was also Catholic at the time.
I grew up as a Muslim. I've been Muslim since I was born, and like that's shaped me to who I am today.
In the beginning, we were like, when I was younger, we were sort of religious. I'm Christian Orthodox. Now we're not as religious. Like we're just busy. My parents pray every night, and we do, practice religious things once in a while, but not as much as we used to.
So I grew up within the Methodist Christian faith.
The Muslim religion.
Now we must decide if it is possible for this to change.
Okay, I don't think stereotypes are ever going to change simply because it's going to keep on proving itself right. Like, it's not always right, but when you turn on the news, it's what you're going to see because it will only show the worst because that's what makes news.
I think that the way to change the way that people stereotypically think about Black culture in general is to be more involved and not to just stay like in your friend.
I don't think there's going to be a change in stereotypes because we all make them. It's not just like white people or the majority. I think we're all just going to continue making stereotypes, but I think there are levels to them, and so I think the highest level or like just like very extreme stereotypes I hope will change, but again, like I just don't see that happening anytime.
I think it's been so engraved in people's heads that you really have to like push to change it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think that if people educate themselves and open themselves to like learning what actually is, then you can realize that like there's more to the background than you realize.
Yeah, I'd say don't think of Black people as a negative group because each Black person is different from each other. And we're not all negative about everything. Nor are we mean or mad. We're actually really nice people. And simply because history has took its course, that does not mean we are all like upset or sad or depressed or mean. We're actually really nice and really sweet.
I think it will take a lot, and the only way that we can show people that there's a multitude of different Black cultures is if they actually see it. So they have to be able to differentiate between West African culture and East African culture, and Nigerian culture and Ethiopian culture. It's just about knowing that there are different types and not seeing Africa as a country and actually seeing it as the large continent that it is.
Hello, my name is Aisha.
My name is Aiden Daniel.
Salonia, hi.
Ariana.
My name is Jonathan Curtis.
Go.
My name is Maya Williams. Hi.
My name is Lily.
I'm Diamond Kipling.
Angel Grant. Okay.